hello, and welcome back for the final episode of Twin Peaks, guys. Except for the new season, I haven't... No, I'm kidding.
Yeah, that wouldn't be happening regardless.
This is it.
Yeah.
This is the last one. We're done. We started 2 years ago on this.
And hasn't it been all worth it?
We started at the beginning, I think in February last year. And yeah, we did it. We did it, guys. There were some hiatuses in there, but we're okay. We're okay. Oh, the lighting is really weird. Anyway, so I got a few messages while you guys have been watching this last episode.
I don't know what you mean.
That's weird.
Let me just find Sean's stellar thoughts on this episode. Let's see, Sean. I'll go past where Uwe's saying 50 million lottery tonight. Sean is Ben. It finished. I'm very mad at you. And I said,
see, I knew everybody had watched it. I didn't need to send it to you privately.
I said, you're at the end. Well done. She says, well, that's true. At least it's fucking over. Except for the rest of the book, which she's still going to finish. I'm very impressed.
Well, the book has actually been telling me things occasionally.
Yeah.
Unlike the show.
Okay, all right. I'm just going to get into it. The quicker we get this done, the quicker we can put it all behind us and pretend it never happened, right? Right, guys?
The royal disappointment.
Already done. I will be contributing nothing.
Yeah, okay, Sean.
I have a question for you. Did
Yes.
you befriend us like 15, 20 years ago just to trap us into watching this show so that you could make 4 people waste 100 hours of their life watching a stupid TV show and then talking about it? Was that your plan the whole time?
No, but it was like a little side bonus.
This is the side quest, is it?
It's sort of like...
I have a question for you then. as
Yes,
well.
go for it.
You actually like Twin Peaks?
Yes.
Huh.
I just want to be clear. I like Twin Peaks as a whole. There are definitely things I don't like about it.
Was the ending one of them?
As a whole... you
can't like Twin Peaks as a whole, Nelly, and hate the ending. That's not possible.
You mean Ben? Because Missy.
No. You just said, do you hate the ending? And I was like, that's not possible to hate the ending. If you're going to like a show, you have to like it for all of it. The ending included.
I wouldn't say it's my favourite ending. Definitely not.
Would you say it explained a lot?
Well, I would say
really
that
closed up those gaps.
It definitely explained things, but they weren't necessarily the things you wanted explained.
I don't think that explained one thing, that whole episode.
I think it did. I definitely
there was one thing I liked about the episode.
That it ended?
Was that most of it was dark and you didn't have to watch it?
No, I liked that Dougie went home.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. But that happened right at the start. So I thought this is setting us up for great things if this is happening straight away. Yeah.
That was what I liked about the episode.
You nearly got a cat's butt in your face then, by the way, Nelly.
Yes. No, there is definitely a cat making herself known.
So, Michael...
I know one bit Ben probably laughed at.
What's that? Which one was that?
Oh, we'll get to it.
Okay. All right. Well, I'll just start and just pipe up if you have any thoughts. So we start with imagery of Doppelkoop on fire. We see that he's in the red room and he's sitting in the chair.
Sounds like him again. I thought we got rid of him.
Yeah,
Agreed.
we did.
And yet there he is again.
We see the seed, and then someone who we find out is the one-armed man puts Cooper's hair that he took and gave to the one-armed man on the seed, and then the seed grows into a new Cooper.
Excuse me. He says, electricity.
Yes, he says electricity. So the new Cooper asks, where am I? Then we cut to the red door of Janie E's house. And we're seeing from the inside, and there's a knock at the door, and Janie E comes and opens the door, and it's Cooper. Well, Tulpa Cooper.
Sorry, so
Wait,
the
what?
new
No.
Cooper, the new Cooper that was just made,
Yes,
is the one that turned up to Dougie's front door.
Yes, this is the because
So Dougie didn't get to go home at all.
No, Dougie's dead.
Just some fucking. Oh, fuck you, Ben.
I realised it was that guy who was appearing at the door.
I don't think it was Dougie. I thought it was Cooper still. I was very confused.
No, he was all stupid with the home.
Well, he wasn't.
No,
he wasn't
but
as dim as
he's so he's a normal Cooper now. So I would say so. Yeah.
Just one of the normal Coopers, sure.
Yeah, well, based upon what we see, we know that Cooper is not from Mario Brothers. I mean, Dale Cooper.
That would have improved it, but no.
Yeah, would have actually.
It's just I realised what I was saying as I was saying it. We know that he's not around. He's gone somewhere.
Yeah, he went to the Red Room, and then people come out of the Red Room. So therefore, it could have been like real Cooper, or he went to some. I don't know. He went.
There's a lot of retracing of steps from the first or second episode again in this episode. So I'll quickly.
And I was on the wrong track, but there was a little while where I thought, oh, hang on, is this thing we're watching now something that happened to set it all up to begin with? Like, I didn't know whether we had gone back, but it wasn't.
We know how you love time travel.
Is this when he first turned up, or?
That would have been better.
Okay. Wow.
That would have been helpful.
For anyone watching, Katie's not normally this negative. I just want to point that out, okay?
No, I'm really mad. I'm very mad at you, Ben.
So we cut back to Cooper leading Laura through the woods, which we saw at the end of the last episode. And we just see that Laura disappearing with screaming and whooshing that we saw at the end of the last episode. And then we just see a bit of the woods. Then it switches back to the one-armed man in the red room. And this is a scene we've seen before where he's asking the Cooper, is this the future or the past? Then he just disappears.
That was also what made me wonder whether or not we had gone back. The fact that they were showing that again.
No, but that was just a red herring. Don't read any meaning into it.
Well, also, I think it's sort of implying, and I think we've discussed this in the past, that time doesn't move the same in the red room and like that wherever the red room is as it does in our world. Well, Cooper's world. I want to make that distinction.
Worlds.
Yes.
It's kind of a stupid question for the one-armed man to ask then, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, the speech goes backwards, if nothing else.
Yeah, there you go. So maybe it is the past.
Well,
it's the past when he finishes it.
I like in this episode was that whole going back to the first episode where Laura's whispering in his ear. When we first saw it, he was made up to look old, which made him just look weird, but it made him to look like he is now, kind of thing.
Yeah, so this time
the amount of wrinkles
they must have reshot that scene because it was him today. So
yeah.
But yeah, so we see.
At least we finally found out what she whispered, right? Oh wait,
Yeah.
no, never mind.
And the sad part is we actually see her do this more than once this episode, but we don't actually find out.
And we can't even lip read.
Would you say it's how the episode ends? Oh no, it ends with her screaming. Never mind. Oh, sorry, spoilers, guys.
Actually,
what's my name?
After she does the scream and they start to do the credits, they actually show her whispering into his ear again.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was really dark for that part, so I wasn't 100%.
It was very dark. I had to close the blinds and everything so that I could see parts of this episode. After the one-armed man, Gerard, is that his name? Gerard? Was that his name?
Gerard.
Gerard, okay.
Yeah, Mike.
Mike, thank you. Mike, thank you very much.
Gerard was the creepy guy.
So he disappears from the CD's and then he appears in the corner waving for Cooper. This is all stuff we've seen before. And he leads him to the electric fleshy tree head. That's the arm. And this
is what I sound like? No, this is... Is that what it says?
Yeah, it says this is what I sound like. So
yeah.
It's like the Chianti and wine, whatever.
Beautiful rendition, Ben.
It does.
I'll have nightmares of that.
It does also make sounds like the electricity sounds that we've been hearing.
Yes. Yes, and you can see the branches are sort of have electricity passing through them. At least that's the effect.
And Chan, we know what those electricity sounds mean now.
There was an arm inside the wall, or inside the cigarette lighter. Yes, clearly.
Yeah.
Just waiting to come out and grab someone, but then they never did that.
Yeah.
So.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Do you have a better explanation, Ben? I'm waiting.
So the fleshy tree head thing that's the arm asks if it's the story of the little girl who lived down the lane. So that's probably a reference to something.
Which has been referenced 0 times before in this entire 48 episode series.
Yeah,
but yes, it's a reference to a nursery rhyme.
But it didn't say that before, if I'm not mistaken.
No, it has not said this before. Just suddenly,
this is
nursery
the first
rhyme.
time we've heard that. Yeah.
Yeah. So we see Cooper back in the seat in the red room, and Laura Palmer whispering into his ear. She screams, and the whooshing electricity noise happens, and then she flies off like the tulpa that we've seen before. Cooper walks into another room, and Leland is there asking him to find Laura. Cooper then walks down the corridor, and this is a scene that we've never seen before. He does the waving thing with his hand, and we can see the curtain start to move more violently as he waves his hand.
And
then
the sound that we can hear is that of like the electricity tree.
And then he walks through, and he's back where he was, where he came through the curtains at the end of season 2. He's with those trees in Twin Peaks.
But there were only like 6 of them, and I thought there was supposed to be 12. But they only showed a few.
And they were taller. They were more substantial.
Yeah, they were much younger trees than the ones that we saw earlier.
Yeah.
So
also,
yep.
I thought he got there from going through the Philip Jeffries thing to get to the Red Room.
Also, what happened?
Oh, you said at the end of season 2. Sorry, not at the end of the last episode,
Yeah,
which is how he got there originally. Yeah, sorry.
Remember, like originally, it was feeling great emotion that gave you access to them as well.
Great level.
Fear and love.
Okay.
I'm feeling.
But he
like
didn't need
they
it this
did not
time
revisit
because
that.
he's ascended.
That's a good point, Nelly. Yeah, maybe they broke the rules. But waiting outside.
Oh, well, they wouldn't have done that.
Nah, you're right. They couldn't have done it. Waiting
They're
outside
ridiculous.
waiting outside is Diane. And based upon her expression, she seems to be the real one. And they have a quick chat, and it's also the real Cooper. They have I can't remember if they smooch here.
You know it's the real ones because when they're asked, "Are you the real one?" they say yes. Whereas a Tulpa.
Yes, it was very.
No, yeah, Tulpas can't lie.
Yeah.
And they kiss because
Top security.
Yep.
She realizes that yes, it is as well.
Yep. Behind him, the curtains disappear. The next shot, we see Cooper and Diane driving down a highway for a while.
Forever.
Do you
The
like
Why
that?
was
whole
Diane
episode.
there? Why was Diane there?
She was, the last time he saw her, she was at the Great Northern with Gordon, and then
but where's
Cooper
Gordon?
walked through the door, remember? So we don't know.
She was told to stay there.
Yeah, I
Okay.
don't think we know why she ended up there, but she did.
I'm trying to remember, was she following coordinates as well, or was she...
No, she was
She had the coordinates.
Asian woman with no eyes, and then suddenly turned into
Diane, yep, as you do.
I was just trying to think about
Double
why she
Diane
was
had the
there.
coordinates,
Yeah.
but I don't know for what.
No, but that was so that she could tell them to doppelcoop when he
Yep.
needed them later.
Yep.
That was evil Diane.
But she was at least in the area. Yeah, okay. I don't
Yeah,
know why
But
she
she was
there.
in Twin
in the
Peaks,
police
yeah.
station later.
Yeah. So next shot, yeah. So they're driving down a highway, and I was going to say, do you like how much I encapsulated in that short statement? They drive down the highway for a while.
Well, nothing else happened during the driving down the highway, so that's fine.
So they did
Absolutely nothing. Oh,
Just-
the one thing, and I
Yep.
didn't want to forget this, is it's a straight highway. Okay? I was getting motion sickness watching him hold the steering wheel.
Yes. And it was only this one that he was
Ah.
doing it. In the later one, down the road stuff, he's holding it still.
I didn't
Yeah.
actually.
The whole
notice
time
that.
I was like, I'd be throwing up in that car.
I didn't actually
Later on,
notice
when
that.
the headlights are behind them, the headlights are hardly moving at all.
Yeah,
like they're not.
it's like they
right?
just sticky
they're
tape
sort
to
of
the rear
swimming a
window.
little bit, but not really.
Ben, that was someone's job to
oversteering.
stand there and hold 2 torches.
It could have just been someone's breasts.
That is how breasts work, Ben,
Yep.
as you know.
I'm a bit of an expert, guys.
Yeah, we know.
As you'll see later
did
on.
just have, like, the thought crossed my mind, do I? But no.
So they do actually have a bit of a chat in the car. So Diane asks if Cooper is sure he wants to do this. She says, you don't know what it's going to be like when we... And he cuts her off and says, I know that. We're at that point now. I can feel it. Look, almost 430, exactly 433 miles. And then he says, exactly 430 miles. And they stop the car. She says, just think about it, Cooper. He gets out of the car and he walks ahead of the car a bit, and we see that there's those big curtain hanger power grid things.
Coat hangers?
Yeah, that's it, coat hanger. Thank you.
I was like, I do not remember red
curtains,
curtains.
Power line.
Yeah, the massive version.
Yeah, power lines would have been.
Yeah. And we hear a bit of electrical noise, and he does something with his arms that I'm not too sure what he was trying to achieve.
He's a
but-
little Captain Jack Sparrow.
Yep, he's trying. I think, but from whatever he does, he determines this is the right spot. He gets
Where
back
did
in
they
the.
get 430 from?
That's a good question.
Mm.
I
Excellent
thought it was
question,
maybe
Michael.
the place that Doppelkoop should have died one of the times. You know, when he crashed his car.
It did look like a similar bit of road.
And where the other dude was throwing up the stuff as well. Was that?
Because otherwise it's just completely unrelated to everything, and why would David Lynch do that?
I thought it might have been the real coordinates. But were the real coordinates the thing to get you to the Red Room?
I don't know. Those are very good questions. I'm not. I might have missed where the 430 came from.
Why is
That's
it
where
important that it's
Doppelkoop went.
exactly 430? Like it was engineered that way rather than it just happened to be about 430.
and then it begs the question of 430 from what?
Where?
Exactly.
Well,
Maybe it's
I
related
assumed
to all of those numbers on telephone poles that we've been seeing throughout the entire series.
Which we also see this episode.
That we
none-
definitely
No
get explained.
explanation. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
None of them are 430.
I'm so glad they took the time to explain it. I love that look on your face, Sean. So Cooper gets back in the car and says, this is the place, all right. Kiss me. Once we cross, it could all be different. They kiss, and they say, let's go. They start
At
edging
this
forward.
point, 25 minutes have elapsed.
Yep. Hashtag worth it. They start edging forward slowly in the car, and there are flashes, and it's suddenly night, and they're driving.
And from here on, I have no idea what happens in facial expressions. I couldn't see a thing.
Too dark. Yeah.
They
Nothing.
eventually
I
pull up
really
to a
can't
motel.
Cool.
Cooper gets a room while Diane waits in the car, and then they do the sex.
No, but we also see a duplicate Diane hanging out at the petrol station while the other one's in the car.
Oh, did we?
Not at the motel. Yeah.
How did
She
I
was
miss that?
standing
exactly
behind
like
the
her.
brick wall thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
She sees
Really?
herself standing there.
Yeah.
Okay.
They focus on it
Nobody.
quite a bit.
Okay.
I missed
I'm glad
that.
I
I
didn't
completely
know.
missed that.
I would say that might be important.
She's gone.
Whatever.
Doesn't. Who knows? Who knows?
I would say it's pretty important if they showed it, but somehow I completely missed it because I was taking notes.
yeah, maybe. But he wants the lights out, by the way.
Yeah, well, you know,
Yeah, which is
some
great
people
for
just
being
don't
able to
like
see what
having
happens
sex
again.
when the lights are on. They don't want to see all the details.
Yeah.
So,
That was also quite gratuitous.
all right, then I've got some sex notes. Okay, is this
Of course
how?
you do.
Yeah. These are genuine questions. Is this how straight people do it? It looks so unenjoyable. Diane
Well,
tries.
he wasn't doing this.
That's true. I thought that's how straight people do it. You know, these are real lessons for me. And then I say,
Was she not crying at one point
yeah, I think
Yeah.
so.
when she
I
was trying to
felt-
cover up his face?
Yeah, she tries suffocating Cooper during it, all while
That
he
was
just
the
lays
bit I
there
thought-
like a dead fish.
That was the bit I thought you were laughing at when she
So-
had her hands over his face.
This is also
I
where
think she was
thought-
hiding his face.
Are we like
Oh.
either reliving or this is the first memory? Remember, because
Really
does
don't know.
Doppelcooper.
It felt a little
saw her.
rapey to me, double coop
Yeah.
rapey-ness to me.
Yeah, that's
Really?
the vibe I got too.
Oh, I
It was
didn't
kind
get
of
that.
like she didn't have a choice, it felt like not in like she had a choice obviously, but he kind of was like, well, we have to do this.
Yeah, because
And
In
then
the way
I
she
felt
what do
like
we
it
said,
brought
do
up
now?
feelings of
"Can you
whatever
come over
double
here?"
coop.
kind of thing.
Yeah, exactly. That was the whole come over here.
There was a bit of that.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, that
And what was the
sounds a
point of
bit
it?
like
Mm.
there. Okay, so
Yeah, I
And
guess she was upset.
while it
But
was dark, it looked like she was crying.
yeah, so then the next scene sort of goes to explaining it. The next morning, Cooper wakes up alone in bed. He calls out to Diane, but there's no answer. There's a note on the bedside. It says, "Dear Richard, when you read this, I'll be gone. Please don't try to find me. I don't recognize you anymore. Whatever it was we had together, it's over. Linda."
Yeah.
So Richard
Right?
is Dick, Doppelcoop's son, or Richard is someone else?
Well, let's start
I
with
originally
Linda.
just
Who's Linda?
No idea.
Yeah.
No idea.
Okay. I'm going to say I won't save this for the end of the episode. This when this note basically telegraphs that they are no longer in Oz anymore. Richard
Yeah,
is
I got
him
that.
in this world. And Linda is Diane in this world.
Who's Linda?
Okay.
Linda is Diane. Whoever Diane is in this world. That's Linda.
Why are we jumping the shark in the last episode going to the third world?
Or
Or
who
a
says
fifth
it's the
world or
third world?
something.
Yeah.
Into a
no,
completely
it's
new
between
world.
two worlds. It says in the thing.
I get that
Um,
Diane is apparently Linda and it's like she's remembered who she is. Or something. Like that's kind of the feeling I got, but I don't understand the point of it.
Okay, I'll keep going because the next part should illustrate even more.
I'll just say, I
Okay.
initially thought this was just another bit that was supposed to be funny. Like that she was reading a note that someone else had left the morning before or something.
Oh.
So, sorry, I have to find where I was. Cooper comes out of the motel room. It's a completely different motel.
And the car.
Okay, I didn't notice
And a
that.
completely different
just-
car.
I just thought I wasn't observant.
But how did they transition from there? Because they transitioned to the other place via the electricity kind of things, and then they drove.
They did the
Why
sex.
is it? And the
So-
sex did it.
Apparently. It's what they had to do, Nelly.
Don't you teleport to other worlds when... Oh, never mind.
Well, I mean, I do, guys. I mean, that's how it works for me. That's why I had questions about how straight people do it. So yeah,
So it changed who they were.
Pardon?
It changed who they were. But he's still Coop.
They
He's
didn't.
not Richard.
It didn't change
Well-
who they were. He is a different. He is still him, but he's now in this world. But there's also a him in this world.
But
And
how
Richard.
does she know who the names are to write that note?
Because she didn't write the note. That would be
Hey?
my guess. Remember the discussion that they had before in the car, which was, once we cross, it could all be different.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
So at that point, she already
There's no
knows
explanation
that her
though.
name
as
is
to
different.
what you're
Because once the car started creeping forward and there was the electrical flashing, and then it just completely changed. Then suddenly they're in the car and it's night.
yeah,
And he wants to cross.
but they were
Yes.
still themselves when they got to the motel.
Were they?
Well,
When was the last time we
Cooper
heard their
definitely
name?
was.
Yeah,
Why?
Cooper was, I guess. Maybe that's why Diane saw herself.
I don't know. I just
There
think
was-
it's rubbish now. Please continue.
But
Wow.
Cooper didn't recognize the name Richard or Linda, so Cooper was still Cooper. Cooper wasn't Richard.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
He seemed confused by the note, and he was still calling
Why
out for
would-
Diane.
So why would she be Linda?
Okay.
Why would she think herself Linda?
Look, Nelly, if only they explained it.
So I just want to point out that
Well, maybe
Cooper
the
is
person
working with
who he ended up
imperfect.
having sex with was not the person in the car. Maybe when he came out of getting the room, it was the other woman you saw.
Maybe that's a good point. And also, I just want to point out that Cooper is working with imperfect information as well, so he does not know either.
I'm pretty sure Cooper has more information than us.
Agreed.
He
Well,
certainly had intent.
He
One
hasn't.
of him spent 25 years in the Red Room learning stuff.
That's true. You would think he'd know better. What a shame.
But maybe it wasn't 25 years to him. Right?
Yeah,
Like
because
you
Ben
were
said that
saying.
the time moves differently in there.
But he learned all about seeds.
Well, he did age. Yeah.
Well, they couldn't really help that, so that's something that has to have happened regardless.
But you also said before that they did it deliberately as well.
Yes. That they waited 25 years to bring it back. Okay, anyway, so Cooper is now in a nicer car than he was before. He pulls out and drives away, and we see a sign for Odessa, Texas. Somehow they're in Texas now. That's where Odessa is, right?
No idea.
No.
I'm pretty sure Odessa is in Texas.
Okay, well I missed
Well,
that.
is that
sign,
where
so
he?
now-
Is Odessa where he goes to the place and he gets? I won't say spoilers, but the waitress.
Yeah.
Because if so, she's the person.
Yes, she references
Yes.
Odessa. She says it.
But she also says Washington, D.C., and he said no, Washington State. And they're both pretty far from Texas. And she was upset about going to Washington State and not D.C.
Okay, well, let's wait until we get to that, and we can discuss that a bit
So that's
further. We're
just
nearly up to
bizarre.
that. There's a lot of bizarre stuff until the end of this episode, so just saying. So we see, as he's driving, we see a bunch of shipping containers with the Maersk logo on them, which we know. And this is something we've never seen. I don't know if you guys realise this, but this sort of...
They showed other signs along the highway as well.
Yeah. So this is like
But,
indicating
product
further...
placement kind of.
No. It's indicating further that he's in our world. The world
Yeah,
that we're in. So we recognise this world now because we're seeing all things that we're familiar with. All right, so he sees...
Yeah, although he later drives to JJ's as well. So there's things
Does he?
in that.
What?
We see JJ's diner when he drives with Laura later.
JJ's Diner
Spoilers.
is not what it's supposed to be called. It's the Double D, isn't it?
Yes.
Double R.
Sorry, double
Double
R.
R.
Sorry, that's what I meant. Sorry.
So
Anyway,
I
never mind.
just Googled it. AI overview says the journey from Odessa, Texas, to the fictional town of Twin Peaks, Washington, is an extremely long drive, estimated at roughly 17 hours and 15 minutes.
Yeah, it felt like it.
Is it 430
What-
miles?
Approximately.
No, way more.
I don't. It was
Way
just
more.
when I
Yeah,
was
it'll be
looking.
thousands of miles.
I don't.
17 hours to drive 400 miles.
It is possible to take a 425-mile trip from Odessa, Texas, to some point in the Mexican. Oh no, that's Twin Peaks.
Thanks, AI.
No, that's Reddit.
All right.
Please continue.
I'll continue on. So he also sees a diner called Judy's Diner that he stops at. And-
Oh, Judy did appear in this episode.
Judy. Yeah. I got the Judy reference.
Yep.
Did I care at this point? Nah.
Because Jowdy was very important for 2 episodes.
Yeah, they explained it really well, so that's good.
And he said to David Lynch, what's his character?
Gordon.
Gordon.
Gordon, that if he disappears again, looking for it, to come find him.
Yep.
Where's Gordon?
That's a good question. Maybe he was busy directing this episode.
No one directed this episode.
Oh, here
They
we
just
go.
basically
There was
slapped
really
together
no
a bunch of
direction
random
made.
cuts and old
Yeah.
footage.
Okay.
I'm
All
like,
right.
yeah, that'll do.
He
I'll watch
sits.
it.
He takes a seat in a cubicle. A waitress comes over and gives him some coffee. He asks the waitress if there's another waitress who works here. Apparently, it's her day off. Some
the last
guys
3
in
days.
cowboy hats are harassing the waitress, and he intervenes, and then does awesome Cooper stuff.
How
Kicks
does
him
he
in
know
the
to
crotch.
go there and ask for another waitress?
These are
Yeah.
good questions.
And she says, he says, is there another waitress who works here? Like, I was waiting for her to go, no, I'm the only waitress that works here.
And doesn't she say, she's not in today, and she hasn't been in for a few days?
So
Yeah,
3
she
days,
says-
yeah.
Yes.
So then I thought I was onto something.
Okay.
I thought, this is going back to the movie, and the other waitress that he's looking for is the girl who died in the movie. Who
Okay.
started it. Because she was a
Okay.
waitress, and then she disappeared for a few days and didn't show up, and it turned out she was dead.
That's true.
I
That's
was like,
the
great. This is coming back to something that we already know. But no, never mind.
No, sorry, can't help you there.
At
Maybe-
this point, I was thinking, oh, is it Audrey? Is this where Audrey is?
I'm
She's
gonna
going to
say-
turn up, right?
I'm gonna say no.
Yeah. Ben, can you imagine how disappointed I was
Not
at the end
not
of this
very.
episode?
Not very. So once he's incapacitated the cowboys, he goes to the waitress, and he's holding this gun and waving it around and pointing it
Waving it
everywhere.
around. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just like,
And
what
she's
the
not
fuck
even
are you
like
doing,
flinching or like trying to get out of the way of the gun or anything.
Cooper? 'Cause he's
We learned
American.
shortly
They're
that
used
he's
to it.
really not interested in gun safety.
Yep.
No, exactly. I was horrified when he started doing what he was doing.
Yeah. So
He did at least stand up for her when they were being pricks.
Yeah. So he asked the waitress
Yeah.
to write the address of the other waitress on a piece of paper. He puts the 4 guns into the deep fryer. He directs the cook to move away in case the guns go off. That's the
Yeah.
gun safety
Oh.
lesson for today.
That's the point when I Googled it and discovered that many people have done this experiment on YouTube. And
God.
the
Was it-
one I watched took 10 minutes to get there, but did in fact put a loaded gun. They battered it and then they put it in a deep fryer. And then it did go off.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
Oh, why did
Yeah,
they batter
I
it?
thought
though?
it would have gone
I
off.
don't know why they battered it, but
And
they
did this
yeah,
all
it's-
come from Twin
I wanted
Peaks
to
that
eat
people
it
wanted to
after
test
knowing.
it?
I don't
Seems
know.
so bad.
I didn't listen to the 10 minutes of garbage beforehand.
Okay.
And the
so-
episode was going, by the way. She was just distracting herself from the episode while that 10 minutes was going.
Nice.
He
No,
takes the
I was
address.
Just imagine when.
He takes the address from the waitress, saying, "It's okay. I'm with the FBI." He says that a fair bit. Cooper
As
drives
he's
away.
just
the badge at
wandering
any
around
point,
like
yeah.
this.
Yeah. Cooper drives away, and we then see him pull up to the address. And we also see an electrical pole again with the number
With
6
six.
on it.
Yeah.
No, I
He
didn't.
knocks on the
I'd
door,
stopped paying attention.
and Laura Palmer opens it. Current day Laura Palmer. She has a bit of an accent, Texan accent.
Oh, I didn't even clock that.
She asks who it
Sounds
is before
southern as well.
before she opens the door. She asks who it is, and he
It
says he's
sounded
from the
American.
FBI. So she says, "Oh, so have you found him?" Not quite sure who she's referring to. Cooper, of course, recognizes
I think I know who she's referring to.
the dead guy on the sofa.
Yeah, that's my guess.
So Cooper recognizes Laura Palmer, obviously, but she says, "No, I'm not Laura Palmer." She says her name's Carrie Page. She doesn't know who Laura Palmer is. He says, "Your father's name's Leland and your mother's name is Sarah," and she sort of looks confused when he mentions that her mother's name's Sarah.
But it's probably just a coincidence because everyone in this world has different names anyway.
Yeah, I don't get that either.
He says, "I want to take you to your home where Sarah Palmer lives." Carrie says, "Normally I'd slam the door in your face, but I need to get out of town anyway." She agrees to go with him. He comes in, and we see that there's
Do we think her mother is named Sarah?
Yes. I think that her
Oh,
actual
dear.
mother
It
in
seemed
this world
like-
is named Sarah.
Yeah.
But only because it's a common name, not because of anything to do with
Mm.
And
actual...
Leland?
No, I don't think she
Or do you think it was
recognised
only
Leland.
Sarah?
Yeah, I think only Sarah was the one that she picked up on. That's my
okay.
opinion anyway. What do you guys reckon?
It's just a common name and he got lucky.
Yeah.
I don't think she recognized the name.
Okay.
She sort of reacted a little
Yeah,
bit
she
before
did.
she said,
But she
I just need to get out.
continued to react weirdly to stuff from this point onwards.
Yeah, I mean, there was a dead guy in the room behind us, so maybe she was just on edge, guys.
No,
Yeah,
we
maybe.
never acknowledged that.
That's right. It's like, I'll just wait for you. Oh, dead guy.
What was with his belly? Because you could see there was the shot in the forehead and kapow out the back.
I didn't see
But
anything
it
about
looked
his
like
belly.
something was taking root.
I thought it was just clothes.
I did say to
so
Shana, his guts out or something. I can't see properly.
Yeah.
I thought it was
And then it was an assault rifle on the floor. It wasn't just like a handgun. It was a automatic.
Maybe he was cleaning it and it actually accidentally went
gun
off.
you want, Nelly, in America?
Yeah, but to have used that gun to kill him, like it wouldn't have just gone one shot. That's a handgun.
I think you can set
Do
them
one
to
shot.
fire single bullets rather than like a spray.
But an assault rifle at that like closeness,
Yeah, it
wouldn't
would
have
sort
the
of
top of his
take his
head
whole
completely.
head off.
Yes.
Yeah.
the velocity. It's sorry.
I don't know enough about guns.
I didn't even see the shot in his head, to be honest. That's just
Did you
me.
see
I'm like, I'm
Did
just
you see
like,
the
he's
paint
dead.
on the wall behind his head?
I didn't.
Okay, all right.
Seriously, I didn't.
This is all news to Michael.
I knew he was
read
dead. That was enough.
Okay.
I transposed too many coroner's reports for my dad at some point.
Okay. So I'll just keep on going. So she agrees to go with him. He comes in. There's the dead man who's been shot in the head. She comes out again, asking if she needs a coat. Cooper says yes. In the car. Oh, I didn't write.
I didn't know she was supposed to be. Is she supposed to just be so
Blasé?
unworldly that she doesn't know where Washington is? Is that all it's supposed to be? That's just a long way and she's just not very educated, or is it supposed to be? No, this is like a completely different world in which.
I mean, a lot of people in the US
wouldn't-
don't travel that far outside of their own state.
Yeah.
So for someone to have been in one state and not have ever gone to another one would be pretty
common.
But wouldn't
yeah.
I don't know. Wouldn't most people know where
It's
Washington?
weird.
No.
Well, it's not in Washington,
Not Washington State.
It's very
No,
annoying.
I understand that.
No, that's stupid. I do not understand it.
No, but their educational levels are very low.
I was just wondering, is it that, or is it supposed to be, no, there's actually something different about this world?
Like she's all Dougie-like or something.
Yeah, I did
No,
get those
or that
vibes, to
even.
be honest, from her.
Okay.
I'm glad you mentioned that though, because I didn't actually take notes about when she asked where they're going, and he says
And is it
Twin
cold?
Peaks in
Will I need a
Washington,
jacket?
and she says DC, and he says no, state.
But
Yeah.
anyway, that's something I'm not mad at David Lynch about. So
Okay. I
the
look
whole
forward to
America.
hearing the list. In the car, Laura's asking if he's really an FBI agent. They drive in silence for a while. Laura's just looking around.
There is so much of this.
Eventually, Laura asks if someone is following them because there's the two headlights behind them. Then there's another long silence. Apparently, Laura tried... Oh, okay, I don't know what the fuck I wrote here. Apparently,
Nothing
Laura
happened.
tried to Cooper a clean house.
Oh, she said, I kept, I don't know why, something. I kept a clean house. I did all he asked or something. Because I'm presuming she was defending herself as to why she shot the dude.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. All right, thank you.
But I'd really checked out by that point.
She
yeah, I thought
eventually...
maybe he was a boarder or something, or maybe she had tried to keep drugs out of her house, but he brought him in anyway. Something
Okay.
like that.
So
Don't
she
think it matters.
eventually falls asleep.
Or just that he was violent or something.
The next shot is they're at a gas station and they're just coming back into the car. Laura is looking around and Cooper asks if she recognizes anything. She doesn't. So they pulled up at the Palmer house. He says,
Sorry, just to let everyone else know, this took nearly 10 minutes, what Ben just said in 10 seconds.
Yep. Aren't you happy that I didn't take detailed notes on that? So they're outside the Palmer house, and this is when he's asking, do you recognize that house? And she says no. They get out of the car and approach the house hand in hand. Cooper
And her
rings the
face
doorbell.
is doing weird stuff.
Pardon?
Her face is doing weird things.
Well, it's weird that she's holding his hand. He's an FBI
As well.
agent, not
Yeah.
like her partner.
And she doesn't know him.
Yeah.
So Cooper rings the doorbell and a woman eventually answers, but it's not Sarah Palmer.
This into the part I just wanted to punch.
Cooper asks if Sarah Palmer's there, but there's no one by that name there. They own the house. They bought it from a woman called Mrs. Chalfont. They don't know who owned it before that.
And
The
when you
woman
say
is-
they,
Can I give you a fun fact about that part?
yeah,
That's the real owner of the house.
Yes, that's correct. The actual owner of the house.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you,
Thanks,
Katie, that you
Trivia,
looked that up. And this woman's name, at least, I don't know if it's her real name, but in the show, named Alice Tremond. Does the name Chalfont mean anything to you guys?
It does ring a bell. I feel like it's a Twin Peaks name.
The only person I thought
No.
of was it someone at the trailer park?
The old woman?
Was it the? Yeah,
Or was it the old woman?
that's what I wondered.
I believe it is her, yes.
Yeah.
that doesn't answer anything.
No.
I'll keep going.
Stop
Cooper
trying to
and-
save it, Ben.
Cooper and Laura leave. It's still night and walk back onto the street. Laura stops, looks at Cooper, and Cooper, looking back at the house, is confused. He asks what the year is. And Laura is looking at the house, and we hear quietly her mother calling her. We hear quietly Sarah Palmer calling for Laura the morning of the first episode.
I didn't even notice that.
As she comes down the stairs.
And then
yeah,
she screams. Then we see the lights go out on the house and everything goes black. And then I wrote, Dunsky.
And this is where we all wanted to punch Ben in the face.
Really? I don't know why. Look at...
So despite saying I wasn't going to read anything about it, I did read some things about it.
Okay, let's hear it.
Well, just to explain it. But I won't say anything until we have
No,
a discussion.
we're done. We're ready for some discussion. Let's hear it.
Yeah, because I don't really know.
I want to know what happened to Audrey.
Oh, you don't. No.
Yeah, it's unpleasant.
But no, you don't. You don't know what happened to her. The whole one of the explanations of the ending is that there will always be evil in the world, and evil was created by the atomic bomb in that episode that we saw. That's when evil first came. That evil first came out, or some bullshit. And so Laura can escape from her first death, but evil will still probably follow her around. And so because she was saved from her murder, everything that happened to everybody else in Twin Peaks never actually happened. Their stories are different because she never died. So Audrey was never in a white room, I guess, supposedly.
To the point where he's
And Doppelkoop
staying-
may never have done anything.
Well, Cooper never would have gone to Twin Peaks.
but to where
Well, why
his
does
name
he
is
stay
different.
yeah, and why does he stay intact and everyone else, we lose everyone else?
I don't have anything for that, guys.
So I can't remember if we already discussed the story with, at least in the world that we've been in, what the story with Audrey was. The story is...
Just go for it.
Yeah, so the story is that when Doppelkoop, at the end of season 2, had come out of the Red Room and he was acting as Cooper, he did a lot of things, a lot of horrible things. One of them was that he raped Audrey and left her in a pretty horrible state, and the result of that was Richard, but she ended up in a mental institution.
So was that in the movie, or was that
Interesting.
just something we were supposed to read?
That's
between
something
the lines?
I've read online.
It kind of
we
matches
That's
know
up.
people
that-
forming their own conclusion
It's
about
not
it.
actually in the text.
I think, okay, so I can't remember exactly where I read it from, but if it was just opinions, I read it. It wouldn't. I don't think it's just opinion. As far as I know, that's the official. This is what happened.
But how are you supposed to know that from watching 48 hours of TV?
I guess the white room makes sense.
And we do know that she
Still.
was assaulted.
But is the White Room related to the White Lodge, or was that just something that we don't care about anymore?
I don't think we can.
I assume that was her mental asylum room.
Because there was the whole White Lodge, Black Lodge thing, remember?
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
very important.
So there's also, it makes it confused. The situation with Audrey is confusing because there actually is a lot of crossover between the things that Audrey is talking about,
Yeah.
the things we've seen of that bar, and then
Well, why
the
did
other
they
stuff we've seen
introduce that
outside of the
bar?
bar. So yeah, it's very confusing, and it's difficult to know which part is real and which part is not real. Yeah, I know that's not a good answer. Sorry.
I thought you were going to tell me more that made sense than that.
Well,
I thought there was going to be a bit of a thread through it, even if there was lots of unanswered.
Yeah, well, what was his name? Charlie doesn't exist.
Doesn't exist.
So in her hallucination, she
It
was
was all
imagining
on her head,
a horrible little man being a jerk. Right.
which is how she was left, was a horrible man being a jerk, just not
He's
little.
he's the thing that is stopping her from progressing, from getting anywhere.
She's the one who wouldn't put on a bloody coat.
Yep.
Anyway.
So is everything we saw of her in this season in her mind?
As far as I know, yes.
Okay.
Except
it was all kind
But
of
it also didn't
separate.
happen now,
Yeah,
because Laura never died.
yeah, which means she never met Cooper, and Doppelkoop never came out and did anything to her. So yeah, she was never in the explosion at the bank. Although that may have happened still, actually.
No, we just undid it all. The end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would that bit still happen?
There was no fish in the percolator, just
Because
none of
all
that
of the
weird
stuff to do with Pete and that whole family still would have happened. It had nothing to do with Sarah.
But it did
Sarah
have
was
to, like Laura was teaching
Sorry,
Josie
Laura.
English. Laura was at least pretending to teach Josie English.
yeah. So, but Josie's ex-husband, sorry, deceased husband, who's not actually deceased, is still not actually deceased, and would have come back again, still. So maybe
There's a lot of Josie's backstory in the book as well.
Oh, is there?
History of Twin Peaks, yep.
There was also a scene in this episode where it might have been when he woke up in the morning, where there was a set of drawers with big wooden handles.
And you were like, "Oh, look, it's Josie! They brought it back."
We were waiting.
Well, she never ended up in a drawer handle, I guess. Good for her.
So the way that I read the show is that it's like a many worlds sort of thing.
My favourite thing. There's very few of those stories I ever like.
That was a real cop out, I reckon.
It's always feels like.
I don't think it was any world. From what I read, it just makes it was kind of showing that no matter where they go, they'll be intertwined and that they'll always be trying to escape the same type of thing. I didn't take it like different dimensions. If it's different dimensions, I'm done. I mean, I'm done anyway. I'm not watching anything else you suggest.
I'm kind of past caring.
Wow, okay. We can discuss that in a second.
Was there anything about the numbers at all? Was there any logic to the numbers?
On the telephone poles?
Not that I'm aware of. If there was, I haven't read anything about it.
In the thing I read, David Lynch R.I.P. would not answer questions that gave anything away.
That's because he didn't know. He just made shit up and then assumed people would make their own stories from it.
He's definitely let people come to their own conclusions. But yeah, it's sort of like, well, you do want to give them like at least something to go on. It's like with the Christopher Nolan movies. What's the dream one? I forget.
Tenet is the one you
Inception.
Inception is the one. So there's a lot of theories about the end of Inception, but he's never really answered it. He said, well, you just make of it what you think, because you don't, at the end of the movie, you don't know, are they still in a dream or is this now the real world?
And you know the beautiful thing about Inception?
It ended?
I heard the concept and I was like, meh, that's not for me.
That's a very
I never had to get through it.
It is a good movie, and it did not piss me off like this pissed me off.
Yeah.
The Leland we saw in this episode in the Red Room that said "Find Laura" is that real Leland?
Yes.
And does he genuinely want Cooper to find Laura?
Yeah.
Why?
He's not possessed by Bob necessarily in the
Yeah.
Red Room, is he?
No,
But
he's
how
not.
did him finding Laura help?
Maybe he just
doesn't.
wanted him to save his daughter.
Maybe.
Did he save her?
It's not his daughter anymore. It's a different person. It's a different
And
world.
she finished the
Laura.
whole show
Yeah.
screaming.
I know.
Is that better for her than she was before?
She screamed
And
too
she's not
much,
Laura,
some
yeah.
would say.
So one of the things about this actress is David Lynch really liked her scream a lot, which is why she
That
does
says
it
a
so
lot
often.
about David Lynch.
He's
let's
a
be
weird
honest.
guy.
Which is fine, but use it appropriately. Me and the cats jumped so many times while watching this bloody episode.
So I want
It's
to
like, if she
know,
screams one more time.
Jerry and Ben, I feel like that was just a whole waste of.
There was a
Their
lot of
presence.
just fan service
Yeah.
character stuff in there that really was not.
They're just there.
But
for
was
the
it as
money,
much of a
basically.
waste as James and his motorbike adventure?
Oh yeah.
Absolutely not.
The season 2 motorbike
Yeah.
adventure was a very long and arduous watch.
And the character that Ben talked to, that she really only existed so
Marilyn,
he had
or
someone
was
to
that her
talk
name?
with.
Yeah, and like, why?
And he
did
had
we
no
need to
scenes
know-
with
Bethany?
anybody
The
else
something, maybe?
except
Yeah.
the sheriff, I think. I think that was the only scene he had with anybody else.
But also, why did we need to be introduced to her husband who was sick at home?
And what was that sound that they were listening for in the hotel?
The ringing noise.
It was the room that Cooper had the key to that they go in.
What was all the
Because
point
that was
of
in the
all
Great Northern.
They just left
Of
that room
everything, the whole
vacant
show,
for
Michael?
25
The
years.
whole show? What was the-
of everything that we had to watch with Dick? Is it just that he was the progeny of bad Coop? Is that the only point?
Yes.
Just trying to think about all those characters, and now I was getting confused between some of those characters. So is he the one who was in the truck that hit the kid as well,
Yes.
or was that a different guy?
Yeah.
Who was
No,
the other?
no,
Who was
it's
the other young guy?
There was the other drug dealer guy, but
The
I
drug
don't think
guy.
he was important.
What was the point of him?
The one that
Amanda
Shelley-
Seyfried's boyfriend.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the point of her? I don't know how
Nothing.
any of it fits in.
Yeah.
It doesn't.
That was just
And
filler.
the whole-
Well,
didn't feel like
she doesn't exist anymore because if Laura hadn't have gone missing, Bobby and Shelley probably wouldn't have gotten together.
Well, they
I mean,
were
why
kind
were
of
they
together.
in the show? Is what I
And
mean.
Yeah,
Shelley
but it might not have
boyfriend?
gone anywhere.
That's true.
And that whole thing with the diners as well. Yeah, I feel like they were just
Oh yeah.
trying to beat that cash cow as hard as they could.
Yeah, that felt like it was going to go somewhere.
So I think that some of the answer to the questions that you're asking are, this is a world that hasn't been static while we've not been watching. Things have happened. If you know what I mean.
But why did they
Yeah,
give
but
so
I'm
much
not
air?
What's the
interested
point?
in it. Yeah. Exactly.
I don't
Like
disagree
whole
with you.
episode.
Wasting the audience's time.
Yeah.
It's like you just plugged it into ChatGPT and went, give me a plot for this.
Except there was
episode."
no chat GPT then.
I don't care. He rolled a dice. He used like a plot
Yep.
randomizer device.
Yep.
You know,
trying to
I
think-
really, really wanted to like this show and not be disappointed by the ending.
Okay, all right. So I get that you guys.
I'm trying to think about things that season 3 brought that were good. Like we hadn't met Diane at all. How do you feel about Diane? Like you like the
I could have done without the whole season 3. We didn't need it.
Yeah.
It gave me nothing. I love some of the characters. I love Diane. I love that we saw Wally. I love Dougie, but did we need it?
Did we need Wally though? Did we? Did we need
Talking
to
about a
need
scene
it.
that went on.
I like Diane because I like Laura Dern. She's a really
Yeah.
interesting
Right.
actress.
Yeah.
But we didn't
that.
have the real Diane for most of it, so we didn't really get to see the real
But we
Diane.
didn't know that
so
that wasn't the real Diane at
Yeah.
the time.
Some of us were a bit sus, but you
Yeah.
know what it is.
And we had a new agent with Gordon and
She's
Tammy,
just
yeah.
there for the looks and her legs, I think,
Albert.
apparently.
I am wondering if she's the one who's sort of looking at this dossier that was found in Twin Peaks that we don't know who wrote it yet, but there's an agent someone who's writing comments on it.
Oh, it might be her.
Ma-
Her name's Tammy.
Maybe. Otherwise, she had no point.
What did they find in the wall at Twin Peaks again? Was that more coordinates? Was all of that stuff just coordinates?
The wall.
You know when
The
In the
owl
bathroom
cave?
door?
in the bathroom, yeah.
Oh, not in the
That
owl
was
cave.
Laura Palmer's
Bathroom.
diary
Yeah,
page.
where she talked
Diary.
about 2 Coopers and
Hmm.
whatnot.
Even though she never
Why
met Cooper.
Fire Walk with Me? Is that just in relation to the trees being a circle of fire? That's the whole, that was a big phrase in
It was definitely a big phrase.
one
Yeah.
or two. So what relevance was that?
I can't tell you.
Was it
I
just to
think-
do? Wasn't there a circle of fire at one point in the trees, or?
They were talking about the dark fire. Hawk was talking about
He did talk about
on
that,
a map. He was talking about dark fire, so perhaps that's related. You have to firewalk to get through the dark owl cave.
I thought it was just the evil Bob mantra.
Like they made such a
He
big deal
tried
of
to
it. I'm just
invite
trying to-
himself in.
They named the
Obvious-
whole movie after it.
Obviously,
Well,
there's lots.
it
Yeah,
rhymes as
exactly.
well.
There's lots of little things that just, they're just
Oh.
edge stuff, and not everything has to come together. I'm trying to put together even the big pieces.
Yep.
Did you say it rhymes, Ben?
It definitely rhymes. Yes.
What's the line before Fire Walk with Me?
Oh God.
Well,
you make me
after.
look it up. Hold on. I've got the previous episode.
There's a separate line you're talking about. I thought you
Yes.
meant Fire Walk
Fire.
with Me rhymes.
Me.
No.
And I'm
no,
like, what?
no.
Absolutely not.
Was like a
carry
magician
on.
walks between two worlds.
Yes.
That
Yeah.
That's
whole-
right.
Yeah.
Yes, that one. Yeah. I
Remember
can't
when
remember
we
it.
said that? I'm like, that's a
through
a
the
big
darkness
deal.
of future past, the magician
past, the
longs to
magician
see.
longs to see.
One chance out between 2 worlds. Fire walk with me. Yeah, so that's what I meant. That it
Yeah,
rhymed.
so I don't get Fire
Me
Walk
and
with
C
Me.
are the only parts that rhyme in that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, well, no, you're right.
Oh, then also I realise it's a very esoteric nursery rhyme, but it's Bar Bar Black Sheep
Yeah.
that ends with "and one for the little girl who lives down the lane."
There you go. Okay. There you go.
You're not familiar with Bar Bar Black
So
Sheep?
I have heard that one.
the overview here says that this chant, spoken by the character Mike, the one-armed man, is said to open a doorway between 2 worlds, representing a connection to the Black Lodge. The poem has appeared in various forms, including being written in blood, and it symbolizes the merging of past and future, evil, and the pursuit of truth within the Twin Peaks narrative.
Yeah, that was definitely all there in the text.
Yep, that's
Yeah,
how I read
completely.
it. Yep, totally.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hawk
Michael's got
saw that from
questions.
the beginning.
No, I don't have more right now. I'm just trying to think of all the big things that happened, just in case you've got an explanation for
Oh,
something.
and that was the symbol-y thing too,
Yep.
that changed into the infinity, and then
that we
an 8
saw with the fireman.
with what's his name?
Jeffries.
Yeah, Philip Jeffries, when he was the machinery.
When he was the thimble with the pipe. Yep.
Yeah.
So tell
have-
me about that.
Yeah,
Oh,
Ben.
sorry, you. Well, yeah. Was there more explanation to that you knew that we didn't about Philip and the fireman and the
There's a
lady with no
whole-
eyes and
Yeah.
I don't
all of
know about the lady with no eyes. The
Oh,
Philip
she was clearly
Jeffries
Diane.
becoming the upside down thimble with the pipe. There is a scene in this season, which I actually think was the second last episode, so the previous episode, where I think it's the scene where we see Doppelkoop come into the cage in that auditorium area, and where we see Garland's head. Just as they're coming up to that scene, we see through the side of the arena, there's thousands of those upside down thimble machines there. Did you not see that? It was a very quick shot, but there were so many of them.
So what's that representing? Sorry, I'm not
I have
sure.
no idea.
And Michael, this is what I was going to say before. I have no more questions to ask because Ben has no answers.
No, yeah, I thought Ben would have more answers. I'm going to be honest.
Me too. Me
Otherwise,
too.
why would
Am I
why would he
disappointed?
like
Yes.
it?
I like it because I like things that can't necessarily be answered or things that, you know,
Oh.
you could theorize about, or I like that not everything has an answer. Not everything can just be like, oh, this.
That's the real world,
So,
Ben. We already
the
live in that
David-
world.
Yeah, I don't need it when I'm watching a TV show or
Yeah.
a movie. Jesus,
Hold on,
I would like
let
to
me
I need
read
really-
you.
explanations.
Can I just read you the David Lynch quote? I don't ever explain it, he stated, because it's not a word thing. It would reduce it, make it smaller. A film or painting, each thing is its own sort of language, and it's not right to try and say the same thing in words. The words are not there. The language of film, cinema, is the language it was put into, and the English language, it's not going to translate, it's going to lose.
No, that's just a wanky way of saying I never figured it out.
It's his explanation for never explaining the motives.
His
and meanings or
justification.
Well,
reasons.
he
Yeah.
he figured it out
Behind
/ justified
the
it enough to be able to come up
Make
with
it.
that imagery.
Yeah.
Or
And
he was on drugs.
encouraged viewers to conjure their own perspectives.
I wonder. Yeah, so we
It feels
see
really
that.
sloppy. That's all.
I
We
don't
feel
mind that.
You
Like,
could replace
Ben,
half
you
of it
mentioned
with other slop.
Inception.
Yes.
You mentioned Inception and how Inception ends, and it leaves you going, "Oh, was it a dream? Are they stuck in a dream? What's happening?" But this left you with nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Well, it left you with a feeling, didn't it?
Of pure hatred towards you.
Well,
Yeah, I feel like I was
She
saying in
doesn't
the
really
chat,
mean
I
that.
felt like, they thought she had escaped it or he had saved her from it, but they hadn't, and that they were still trapped. That was how I left it.
yeah. So
Or still, trapped.
no,
with
at the
evil,
very
had
end,
not
yeah. So
escaped.
it's sort of like that line where he says, "Wait, what year is it?" It's sort of like that's when it's revealed he doesn't actually know what's going on here, because there are times
Why
up
ask
to that
that
point.
question?
Yeah, I mean that's another thing. It's like, why is that question relevant? Why is the year
Of all
relevant?
the things he could have asked. Yeah.
Because in his timeline that he was from, Sarah Palmer still had that house.
And I mean, there's the whole thing with Sarah Palmer going batshit at the end of the last episode,
Oh, and her eating the guy's neck.
No,
which
that wasn't important.
I liked. Just I want to clear that up. So we've already gone over the thing that that I explained to you, that Sarah Palmer is that girl from the explosion episode that has that frog / bug thing crawl into her mouth as a
So
child.
maybe she brought Bob into their life.
No, it was Leland. It was Leland when they
Yeah,
were
it was
children
Leland. So Leland
at the lake.
Yep. So, and Bob was born into this world during the explosion.
Which
And-
doesn't explain all this stuff that's going on with the American Indians and whatever in the books.
Yeah,
Anyway.
they know a lot. I think they're keeping info from us personally.
And
then I will ask
we
you.
put on X-Files and I was just like, oh, all this conspiracy bullshit again.
I don't think you'll ever be able to watch a conspiracy show ever again. Sorry, Katie.
I have one question for you, and I expect the answer to be no. Dirty lumberjacks. Explain.
Okay. I don't know why they went with the dirty lumberjacks, because in Fire Walk with Me, they were not dirty. They were lumberjacks, but they were not dirty. There was one in that room that we saw that had the grandmother and the young boy and Bob and the little person. There was one of them in that room. So there is, during that explosion episode, we see a fair bit of those dirty lumberjacks.
Also, though, they're not dirty, they are black-faced.
Yeah, sorry, I just called them dirty lumberjacks because it's
Okay.
just shorthand.
They were black and white. It looked like
Yes.
they had like mud and stuff on them.
No, I thought they were coal miners, I guess, rather than
So
lumberjacks.
I think the way that they're done is to sort of be like, there's no color to them, because anytime we see them, they're always in black and white, and that's sort of why. So it's so maybe it's like where they come from, color doesn't exist, or I don't know, so like something like that. Like the absence of color means something that for people smarter than me. But they are sort of, yeah. So it's hard to know who are they working for. They're not a force of good. We know that because
An
when they first come into the
interdimensional
world, they do.
antagonist.
Sorry, what?
An interdimensional antagonist who haunts the world of Twin Peaks with an
Jowdy?
existential drive to terrorize humanity and feast on the pain and suffering he induces.
Yeah,
Doubt
I
it,
like.
yeah.
I
It's
like
the
that
dirty
explanation.
lumberjack.
Yeah, that's the dirty lumberjack. So
They
yeah,
also want to do that in a way where they kind of resurrect Evil Coop.
So is this theorizing that they are all the creation of the evil embodiment that came after the atomic explosion? Was that all that got created at that point in time?
I believe so.
I would go with that. I mean, they didn't exist in that world before then, and they're definitely never a force of good, ever.
Is there a force of good?
Yes, I would say there's a force of good. The fireman, the big guy.
Is he a force of good?
Yes, I would say he's a force of good.
Because my next question was going to be about the butler who gives him the clues and everything. He's trying to help him, and where was that coming from? Is that from the fireman?
That's the fireman, as far as I know.
Oh, it is the
Who
fireman.
is the fireman?
He's the guy, the tall dude, the really big
No,
guy.
but I mean,
fireman.
there's
When did
two
we change
guys,
his name
right?
from the giant
He
to the
says
fireman?
he calls himself
the
the
old
fireman.
guy. Oh, Ben mentioned it a couple of episodes ago.
He calls himself the fireman. I'm the fireman.
No, I mean the doddery old guy who, after he gets shot.
The guy that has the glass of milk.
Yes.
Brings in the glass of milk.
Yeah, so I sort of took that dude as being like the living implementation of this giant dude in that world. Like,
Okay.
you know what I mean? Like
And he's trying to give
Sorry, go.
Cooper clues because
He wants him to figure it out. To like, he wants to help him.
Why is he taking sides?
I mean, that's a good question. I mean, we know that
He's really anti-dirty lumberjacks.
yeah, he doesn't. He
wants him
prefers
to
clean
reverse
lumberjacks.
the Laura thing. Or?
But I wouldn't say he doesn't technically do anything good. I would say
No, he
he's
doesn't
more
have
like a
to, but it's
neutral
just-
force, but he does
it's
help
just
them
interesting,
a little
'cause
bit.
In a lot of shows where you've got a force of evil, there would be a force of good as well. That's the only reason I asked.
Yeah, so he does kind of help. I mean, he helps Andy, explains to Andy what he needs to do.
Yeah.
But also, it just feels unbalanced that the evil portion has a lot more manipulative abilities and presence than the good. Because
Okay.
Cards are stacked against you.
I'm glad that you brought this up. So one of the things that David Lynch always likes to do is highlight that there is a lot of bad in this world that we just sugarcoat with. We like try to pretend it's not there. It's easier to be evil than it is to be good. Basically,
Does
that's
he
his whole thing.
Showcase the boredom of everyday life?
Yeah, he sure does. That people are boring and
they're driving in the car.
Yep. Yeah, he could. Yeah, so that's another thing. He likes to. I'm sure other filmmakers do this as well. Maybe not to this degree, but he likes to break convention. So like we've seen so many. All of us have seen lots and lots of movies over the years. So we've all been trained to have certain expectations. Oh, I mean, Michael and Sean are pretty big film buffs.
But the point of movies and stuff is to be entertained, not to be bored while watching.
Well,
He's probably going for something else as well. Yeah.
Yeah, entertainment can take many forms. But
we're not here for his entertainment.
No,
well,
but
I think we were.
my point is that he does things that subvert expectations, and I agree that it's like, okay, we get it. Like in season 1, we got it, okay. but yeah, here we are. But what I want... Sorry, go.
Kind of incredible, Ben. Just how much we have humoured you by sitting through all of this.
And
if this wasn't an expression of love, Ben, I don't know what it is.
I'm so grateful. I actually wanted to end on a bit of a positive note. So,
Okay, fine.
Yeah, there definitely is one. So, can we each just go through and just talk about a favourite part of Twin Peaks that we've enjoyed? I know that everybody has enjoyed at least something in this.
Well, the bit I enjoyed the most, I hope it's not going to sound like a backhanded compliment. The bit I enjoyed the most was when I thought there was more to the mystery of season 1 and start of season 2. Where
until they revealed everything.
Yeah, and at the point that they revealed Leland, which admittedly I didn't know, even though Katie had picked it, right? I hadn't picked it.
That was
but
Katie's dream.
When they actually explained it, I was like, well, yeah, you've sort of laid that out over the last several episodes, and it was just those 3 things. I thought it seemed like there was going to be a lot more. So the point at which I enjoyed the show the most was when it felt like there were lots of layered things, clues in there that were... I never expected it all to come together because it wasn't that sort of show.
Mm-hmm.
There was always going to be odd things, but when it felt like more things were going to make sense and that there was, more depth to it.
Okay, so before we move on to someone else, when you say that, I think to myself, maybe I should have had you guys watch the rest of Fire Walk with Me. Because...
It's too late now, we're done.
No, I'm not.
No take backsies.
I won't put you through it, but it does sort of hammer home, because everything that you heard about, like I said, it doesn't really show you anything that we didn't already know. But the way it's done might have given a bit more weight to it. But there were, again, I'm just sort of like, there were definitely things there that I wouldn't want to really put you through. I watched it and I was sort of like, that's very, very uncomfortable, and I don't want to put you guys through that.
Yep.
But anyway, so sorry, anyone else? Sean, tell us about something that you liked from Twin Peaks.
I think in season 3, all of the characters that I cared about looked different to each other for the most part.
Were identifiable?
Maybe there were more pixels.
Like, I didn't really care about telling the Casino brothers apart or the Detective brothers apart.
I didn't like the Casino brothers. I thought that they were a boring plot point, and I didn't... Any scene that they were in, I pretty much didn't enjoy. What about you, Nelly?
Andy and Lucy, I liked the comedic relief that Andy provided, and his foil Lucy, just her consistency.
Yep. The whole, it's the flashing light. There's the light that's flashing.
Actually, I did like that Ed and Norma got together, particularly after reading in the book that... Who was Norma married to?
What's his face?
That guy.
Yeah, the jerk guy. He basically... Ed went off to the army or something and was writing back to Norma every week, care of the diner. But her now husband was hiding the letters so that she thought he'd forgotten about her.
Oh, wow.
So then he comes home from the war and she's married to that guy because, she thought he'd given up.
What war? Would it be Vietnam?
I don't know. Probably. Yeah, probably Vietnam.
Korea, maybe?
And Hawk was off at the war as well, by the way. But yeah, so basically he'd been manipulating the relationship. Nadine had always had a crush on Big Ed. So she ended up with him somehow, but she was always jealous of Norma. And that's why she was out in the woods that night.
And got shot in the eye.
Yeah, because she thought he was off cheating with Norma and she was following him because she was basically insane. That was a bit from Jacoby as well.
What? I never got that idea that she was insane.
Why is she so strong?
I don't know yet. But anyway, so it was nice that Ed and Norma finally got together.
Okay, cool. That was a good moment. It was also sort of, when that happened in season 3, it was sort of like, please let this happen. Because they had that sort of fake out with the guys that she works, that runs the franchise with, because it looked like they have a relationship. Because when Ed arrived,
tried to
and
take
then
away
he's
from
and she's like, oh, excuse me, and it's sort of like, oh shit, no.
Yeah.
But then it actually did happen. I was like, yes.
Yep.
Can I add just one more thing that I really liked was
Yep.
the little shepherdess that had the eye patch that was on her wall.
Oh yeah,
the
her little
shelving.
ceramic thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Katie, let's hear it.
I really enjoyed the first season up to when we found out who Leland was in the second and the end of the second season. I really, really enjoyed Twin Peaks until the return.
That's fascinating because while I agree that, because I watched The Return as it was coming out, the first time anyway, and I remember watching it thinking, what the fuck is going on? I don't understand. This is not enjoyable. This is what I was thinking. I was like, I
I
don't.
can relate.
Same.
I was annoyed because I was like, this, especially like you all said, when the fuck is Cooper going to appear? Like, there's like 2 episodes left. Come on, this has to happen. But yeah, I was annoyed that they left it so late to bring Cooper back. I felt like a lot of the stuff was just like window dressing, like you've all expressed. I had a bit more of an appreciation now that I've watched it a second time. I might have picked stuff up that I didn't pick up before, or maybe just appreciated it a little bit more. I agree with you about season 2, and I think we've discussed it before that the reveal of it being Leland and then Leland dying,
Happened too early or whatever.
it was just like, oh, we're
Yeah,
7
but that
episodes
was
in. What
when-
now?
That was when he lost creative control, wasn't it? Or
He just got, because
Right.
the studio made him reveal who it was, and then he got the shits and basically stepped away from the show.
Do you think he would have never revealed who it was?
He has said
Or do you
he
think there
didn't
was-
that he was never going to reveal who it was.
I would
then
have enjoyed that.
how would we have known about Bob?
Found out about Bob, yeah.
Yeah, and then the rest of the Bob line.
He was making it up on the fly. he obviously had thoughts about the background of it all, and he was making the rest up. Which is a skill in itself. I'm not saying that's necessarily bad, but if you're looking for something that's beginning, middle, end.
Yeah,
I was really looking forward to this last couple of episodes because I was like, well, I know they're not going to tie everything up.
Yep.
I was like, we'll get some explanation. And we got nothing.
I didn't like the whole what's his name, the green fist dude. I just thought,
Oh,
what?
Freddie.
Yeah, what the hell? That's just random. What? Why?
Yeah.
But yeah,
A lot of things were brought in that didn't need to be brought in.
Where did that note and everything come from? Is that a force for good meddling in at that point? I mean, the whole point of that was I'm just trying to go back. So he
got a note or something, didn't he?
He got a note
Getting
that
on
caused him
Greenbrook.
to come to the.
he was in he was out drinking with some of his friends, and
Yeah.
And it was the major.
he was in
that Garland
he was
that
in
gave him the
like a alleyway or something, and someone told him.
It was Garland.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So Garland told him you should go do this, and then he went and did it, and then ended up in Twin Peaks.
So who was Garland then?
Garland.
Garland.
Yes, but what did he become, or why how was it that Garland told him? What's our theory about Garland?
From the alien interceptions he was getting.
He was
Another thing that's unresolved.
Because remember, Garland's body was found to be not have aged at all.
Yeah, but so where did we end up with Garland?
He was communicating with the principal and the library lady.
Yep.
Via the vortexy things.
Yes.
For what purpose?
Yeah.
Exactly.
He gave them the coordinates.
But did he give them the right coordinates or the wrong
So
coordinates?
is he the
Is he
acting
then being
part of good?
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to ask.
That's a good question. I didn't actually consider that, but yeah, he's basically helping. Every piece of information that he gives has been trying to help and lead people in the right direction. Like he left that little cylinder.
Yeah. And the Green Fist, I'm just trying to remember what happened. The Green Fist happened in the end so that guy could be there to break them out of the cell, which did what?
To then
which let
destroy
Diane
Bob.
out?
No,
Well,
because
also-
And
that
Oh,
led,
that's how
die.
that led to Bob.
no. So okay,
But
so
Andy didn't get shot, and then
Yeah,
he
Andy
punched
didn't
the
get shot.
black ball, Bob ball.
And then Cooper,
then Andy took them all
evil
upstairs.
Coop,
Yeah.
died
Yeah,
because of that. Right? Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because only Freddy's hand was good enough to punch the Bob ball.
Yeah.
I'm glad we're calling it the Bob.
But yeah,
Ball.
okay. So, but that at least you can follow it through.
Yeah,
a little bit. Okay.
I agree with you about the second season. It was that whole friggin' James part was just, oh God, please stop. And I mean, even the drug deal gone wrong, which was, it was nice to have Fox Mulder there. It was nice to have him, but also like it would have been better to have him as something better that was more integrated into the show rather than just that little side story.
What was the deal at the end of season 2? How it was all men, I think it was. Remember how they all sort of arrived in that room together, and it was like they'd been part of a secret society, and
Oh, the Bookhouse Boys.
it wasn't. Was it just the Bookhouse
remember
Boys?
that.
Remember they
Or in
all
the
kind of
cave.
came and stood knowingly looking at each other like they were supernatural in some fashion
I don't actually remember that
at the
scene,
end of
sorry.
season 2.
Yeah, I don't remember that. All I
And,
remember is the spiders.
like Benjamin went there as well, and
Wasn't that in the cave?
because they
Oh.
didn't have a supernatural.
Well, let's
How
also discuss that with Benjamin at the end of season 2, his head has been dashed against a table or something. Never mentioned in season 3.
Is it?
Oh, good. Bring up more unexplained things, Ben. That's good.
I don't
That's
remember
helping
that.
me.
Benjamin went to the Doc Hayward's house, and Doc
Yeah,
Hayward sort of
Donna.
knocked him over, and he hit his head on a table, and Doc Hayward was like, "No," like, "Oh no, something's happened to Benjamin," but actually, here he is. He's
Oh
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, so that's never really explained. Sorry to give you more stuff that's
listening.
never explained.
Just stop digging the hole, Ben.
Donna,
Oh yeah, and
what the fuck
Log
happened with
Lady in the
Donna?
Alt.
Yes, yeah. And her husband who disappeared. But you said there's something in the book about her husband, didn't you?
There's a lot in the book about the log lady.
Okay.
But her husband, like, they were only married. They were married for less than a day.
Oh,
And then he
Okay.
turned into a log.
He went off to fight a fire, a bushfire, and got killed. So she went out and got the log.
oh, well, that's good of her. He had a good life, I reckon, as a log. Okay.
I mean, obviously the log was a highlight for me as well, but
I was waiting for that.
I don't
You
want to
could say the
shit
log.
all over Twin Peaks. I did enjoy most of the first 2 seasons.
All right. So
I think once I got rid of the mystery to try and solve it, you kind of lost me a little bit.
I think I'm out of questions.
yeah, okay, all right. Well, let's leave it there. Thank you. I really appreciate you guys sticking with this. I know that it didn't end the way that you perhaps wanted it to. I don't.
You know how the second last episode had plot stuff? I thought there would
Yeah.
be more plot stuff.
Me too. I was quite pleased with the second last episode. I thought, oh, okay, we've got one more episode to go. We're going to get answers.
It's
We're gonna
amazing
wrap
how one episode can just turn things around, huh?
Yeah.
I mean,
Drive on a
the episode
highway,
after
Oh
it.
yeah, if it was one episode that did it, yeah. I also hope that it may not happen. I hope somebody enjoys our impressions, even if they didn't watch any of the rest of them. If someone just looks at the finale one and has a laugh at us, whether they like it or hate it. I
Look
hope
at these
someone
losers
enjoys
who
it.
just wasted 100 hours of their life watching
Yes.
and
It
talking
wasn't
about
100
Twin
hours,
Peaks.
was it?
It was
Was it?
48 hours of episode. Well, it was 48 episodes plus some of a movie plus all of the time we spent talking about it.
That's true.
Oh, okay.
I'll
If you
give
include
that
all
to
the
you. Yep,
talking.
yep.
Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate you guys doing this. Until
up.
the next show that we
Schitt's
decide
Creek.
to do. No.
You're so funny.
Okay, bye everyone.
Bye.